And Zohran Mamdani's mayoral campaign was an effort New Yorkers had never seen before. An army of volunteers and ads that made use of the skills he learned at the feet of his mother, Oscar-nominated filmmaker Marcia. While she didn't win the Golden Statue, her son did, ushering in a new generation wielding power at City Hall. Political reporter Marcia Kramer has the story.
You deserve better.
There was nothing old school about Zohran Mamdani's mayoral campaign. While his opponents relied on the usual run-of-the-mill commercials, Mamdani used Bollywood music and dialogues, techniques he learned from his movie director, Mom, to capture the attention of voters, like this one, a takeoff on The Bachelor.
You deserve someone who works as hard as you do, who thinks about you every second of the day. That's the kind of mayor I promise to be. New York, will you accept this rose?
Mamdani, who at 34 will be the youngest mayor in a century, didn't stop there. He used social media posts to attract an army of volunteers, Mamdani's militia, whose job it was to reach voters in all 5 boroughs. This was his marching order.
Remember that your hands, whether you use them to vote, whether you use them to knock, whether you use them to make phone calls, they are more powerful than any commercial, more powerful than any poll.
Law professor J.C. Polanco says that the way Mamdani ran his campaign, ignoring the time-tested norms of yesteryear,
Will you be my Democrat?
gave him a freshness that appealed to people tired of politics as usual, a politics that wasn't working for them.
The smile, the charisma, all comes through in all of these platforms that we forget. I mean, you can forget that the person who won the mayor's race has no management experience, but that doesn't matter because he's able to make people feel as if they're heard, and he connects with them at a local level that the old questions that people like me would ask, like what qualifications do you have, matter very little. Now it's all about how do you make me feel? And something about social media, it can absolutely be used to make people feel.
Mamdani has promised voters a lot. Free buses, a rent freeze, universal child care, things that could require all his skills to pull off. But the same things he used to get elected could help him get the reluctant lawmakers to see things his way.
Do you expect him to use those kinds of things to get what he wants done in his new administration?
Absolutely. He's going to use the same tactics. It's how he connected with people. It's how he's able to speak to New Yorkers directly. We've moved away from just mail pieces and phone calls. Now we get our news and information from social media.
I asked Mamdani if, as a new generation leader, he'll continue his new generation style.
We absolutely have to continue to communicate with New Yorkers through every single platform we have available, and that means social media, because that's how many New Yorkers are engaging with the world around them. And we have to keep bringing New Yorkers into our politics. I don't want this to be a moment where we turn back to New Yorkers and say, thank you for electing me, now just trust me to do the work. I want those New Yorkers to keep coming with me to work.
He's already doing that, holding a marathon meeting with over 100 supporters who came to talk to him.
I wish I could meet and hear from everyone.
So about those campaign promises, New Yorkers are expecting him to deliver.
I'm expecting for him to actually deliver to what he said to his supporters that he would deliver, and I believe that his supporters are going to be very impatient. And I think that he has a very limited amount of time to perform what he said that he would, but I am very hopeful.
I really don't know. I'm going to play it by ear, see what he does. I'm very nervous because I'm Jewish, and when he talks about the Intifada, my guts, I just go nuts, so I don't know.
So as he takes the oath of office, New Yorkers can probably look forward to more creative ads, a takeoff on Blue Buds, perhaps, or even 60 Minutes. I'm Marcia Kramer, CBS News, New York.
And we'll have live coverage of Mamdani's New Year's Day inauguration right here on CBS News New York, and continuing coverage all afternoon.